What's up, ladies and gentlemen, this is BestInSlot, and tonight we're going to build Jurassic Park 3 in Jurassic World Evolution. We're moving on to probably the big climactic scene of the film in some ways, the river. Now, I think this is going to be a double episode because there's a lot of dinosaurs on the river and a lot of stuff we want to do. We're going to build the first part of the river, then we're going to build the second part of the river, and then we're going to do a little scene with the raptors on the sand, and then we're going to do the beach to finish over here. It's all kind of planned out. So the part of the river that we're doing today is just going to be the Brachiosauruses and the Parasaurolophuses and the Ankylosauruses and the Stegosauruses that are all on the side of the river. They go around the corner, they're all talking about Billy, and everyone's all sad about Billy. And then they go around the corner and Eric says, Dr. Grant, look, and they turn, and the dinosaurs are all pretty, other than the Brachiosauruses, which are hideously ugly. So, we need a lot of dinosaurs. We need, to kick things off, 4 Brachiosauruses. I've got a little screenshot on my phone, and we're just gonna go, are we gonna go for the default colouring? That is a question. Wetland might be a better bet. Let's just make... Just gonna do something. We're just gonna do this speed momentarily. I'm gonna pop out a couple of different colours. We know what the default Brachiosaurus looks like, but the wetland one might be more appropriate. The Jurassic Park 3 Brachiosauruses do have a green colouring to them. I don't like the green colouring, but they do have that colour. So let's have a look at wetland and steppe and just see if any of those are more appropriate. And whilst that's going on, we're gonna pop over here and begin working. Now, I think what we might do, one of the problems we're going to have here is the river is simply not going to look deep because you can't get deep water in this game. This is as deep as the water goes. You know, it's not going to look like a proper river. But what I was thinking is if we raise the ground up a little bit, right? Not like that, that's crazy. If we raise the ground up a little bit like there and then put the river through it, we'll get this kind of like little lip at the side, and that might just give it a little bit more of the depth that we're looking for. So we're going to grab our flatten tool, we're going to make it big and chunky, and we're going to flatten this whole area. Right, now I don't have a particular shape in mind for the river, must be said. I do want the big river though. Now, they come around the corner, and as the boat goes past, the dinosaurs are on the left hand side. Which now that I think about it doesn't actually make any sense. That's not bad, that's not bad. That might be the one we go for. It's not perfect, but it's got this kind of stripy, banded, dark brown, and it's very similar. I don't like it, but I don't like it in Jurassic World Park 3 either, so, you know, that's not going to change. Whatever. Bum, bum, bum. I do like that, though. I do like that. I think this is the one we're going to go for, so let's just pop out 3 more of those big boys. And once they're going, we will also make ourselves an Ankylosaurus. There is only one Ankylosaurus in this scene. I was trying to find the other one. There's one stomping around on the land at night, or like at a different point, but I don't think that was important. I think rainforest. It's you know, the Jurassic Park 3 Ankylosaurus has a very dark colouring. And I think rainforest might be the closest we get. We'll also maybe make a yeah, steppe is definitely not right. We'll make a vivid one as well, and kind of compare. No. Vivid one looks terrible. We know what vivid looks like. It looks like jungle on steroids. So we're not going to do that. Okay. Brachys are getting popped out. You are getting knocked out. You, I suspect, will die unless I maybe set this area up a little bit nicer for some dinosaurs. We've never really had to keep them here, but we do at the moment. Let's get some feeders in there. Keep them all nice and alive temporarily. Transport this bad boy away. Boop. Right. Brachiosaurus, 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 Ankylosaurus. Yeah, pretty happy with that. And, you know, we may as well get started on the others as well. So we want a parasaur. I think we're just going to use default for parasaur. Let me have a little look at my image. I think we need 1, 2, 3, 4 Stegosauruses and 3 Parasaurolophuses. It's something like that. That's close anyway. Okay. And it's not quite like this. So they come around the corner, right? And they're looking out to the left-hand side of the boat, and they're going in like this direction. So they're looking out to the left. There's like a mountain in the distance, so that'll have to do for the mountain. So we want to keep the river away from there. So maybe go more like this. And it's kind of straight, right? So something like that. So we're gonna build it here. This is the idea. This little bit over here. That's the mountain in the distance, and then the bank this area here is actually really, really raised up compared to the rest. So we want this to, I'm going to flatten this out. Let's have a look at that. How are we doing? That might be a little bit too much. A little bit too much. There we go. I want to take this right to the edge of the river, basically. So it looks like a little bank sloping down into the river, basically. Which makes a lot of sense. Stop slooping! You only sloop in the direction I tell you to sloop. But I'm pretty sure the other riverbanks aren't as prominent as this. They're not as huge. So I think maybe what we want to do is build it out over here. And this is where we're going to do the raptors, right? Later on, around here. So then we maybe just smooth this bit out. So from the top, at the very least, you get this really nice blended effect. Yeah, I'd say that's... I mean, it looks like it's too big, right? But the boat, the top of the boat hits where the... Like, if you imagine how big's a boat, probably the size of the gate, right? Yeah, I'd say at least. The top of the boat... Top of the goat? The top of the boat hits this point here. Like, it matches with the top of the grassland, basically. So it makes a lot of sense to have it a decent size. So we're gonna, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. You don't really see this part of the river, so I think we're mainly going to cover this with trees. And then you're going to curl down here. Well, we'll worry about the other stuff later, but you'll curl down here for the Spinosaurus, and curl back up here for the raptor. This is a little bigger than I anticipated, I will admit. Spinosaurus over here, curl back around. Well, you'd kind of get off the boat there, wouldn't you? You'd walk up here, do the raptor scene, do the beach. That'll work. Pretty happy with that. Grand. Right, smooth it out. Now we need to contain our dinosaurs a little bit. So, how are we going to do that? I have no idea. Absolutely no. We're going to attach to here, first of all. And we'll obviously put some trees at this far end. I don't think there's a good way to do this. Maybe we don't need to. Maybe we don't need to contain the dinosaurs, because we're going to put feeders in, right? But this is the only place where the herbivore feeders are going to be. So yeah, they may walk around now and again, but by and large, they're going to hang around the feeders, because they're not that stupid. In theory. So maybe we'll just have them roaming around in the open. That might look pretty cool. Right, if we're going to do that, then we need some brush, like on the riverbank, by the looks of it, based on the image I'm looking at. And then the mountains in the background. There's a little bit of like a gaggle of trees on the right as well. And we'll just do that, because this bit down here is going to be the raptor forest, so we'll just have that kind of go like that. And then we'll cover this side completely in forest, because they are moving through a very forested, heavily forested area. So I also really like how I think it'll look, where we have forest on one side and the open plains with the herbivores on the other. We'll probably do the Ceratosaurus there, and then the Spinosaurus stuff over here. Not really sure what that's going to look like yet, but we'll get there. And the good thing about trees, glorious trees, the point where we're going to add just a couple more than we should, is that we can hide our feeders as well, which is obviously really important. So hide our tall feeders over there, and we'll put some little feeders in the same kind of places. Just hide them behind the tree line and mix it up a little bit so they hopefully move around. And then they should come down to the edge of the water to drink. It's really cool. There is actually a tree line at the back in the distance. Again, I'd like these to be smaller, but yeah, it's something like that. I'd say this is a pretty good, based on what I'm looking at, it's not far off. The mountain is too close and covered in trees rather than an actual mountain. It does annoy me a little bit. It's only started to become a thing, but why is every inch of the mountain covered in grass and trees? That's not what mountains look like, but hey ho. Be nice to have proper mountains one day. Anki looks pretty good. Parasaurs not so much, but that's okay. So we need 2 more parasaurs, I think. And then we just need some stegos, and we're basically finished, as it happens. This was a quick one. They're all they're all the wrong colour. I've made a terrible mistake. Oopsie daisy. Oh, I'm a big old bloody Dumbo idiot face. Ah. So Brachiosaurus still in this. Oh no, I haven't unlocked all the colouring, that's why. Cannot believe I just... Actually, I can totally believe I just did that. Get us sold. Get us sold. Grumble, grumble, bloody grumble. Alright, and this one's gonna have to get sold as well, because you, my pretty little friend, are the right colour, and you are beautiful. I mean, you're not that beautiful, but you're the right colour. And it's very important. Everyone else is terrible. You've gone to sleep already. It took no time at all. You're very cute. Congratulations. Tell your friends. The area might be a little bit too big. I'm going to bring it all in a little bit with the tree line. So that tree line's going to come out a bit further. And so is this tree line. It should still feel like a break in the forest, right? It shouldn't feel... It's deep, but it's not that wide, I don't think, in the film, so... We're going to adjust for that. And this is really good, right? Because in the film, the Ankylosaurus does actually come down right by the water. It's standing more like up there, but it does come quite close to the water. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, it's a good thing I planned to not do that much in this episode, because this Brachiosaurus malfunction has caused me issues. Okay, folks, our final stego has just popped his pretty little head out of the hatchery. We're going to shoot him in the face and get moving them all over to our exhibit, which is now officially done, basically. Yeah. This was never going to be a particularly intense episode, but hey, next time we're going to have the Ceratosaurus, we're going to have the Spinosaurus. We may just finish the whole thing off next time. I think the Spinosaurus and the Ceratosaurus aren't going to take much in the way of time, so maybe we'll just finish off the whole thing. So we'll do the Ceratosaurus with the Spinosaurus. Don't know how this is going to work. We might have to change the curve of the river so it's more like that. We'll have a little think. Spinosaurus, Ceratosaurus, and then little raptor bit over here. So you'll get off the boat, you'll get back onto your jeep, you'll drive forward, you'll see the raptors in like a little patch of sandish stuff that we'll make with the path tool, and then you'll follow that around to there, and there'll be a beach, and that's where we'll finish. Yeah, I think we'll do that in one episode, because I think trying to do that in 2 episodes is just going to mean 5-minute episodes, basically. Although the path stuff will take ages, because the path stuff always takes ages. Anyways, stegos are on the way. Lovely. Look at a little flying army. Beautiful. I'll tell you what, we're going to be cheeky. We're going to be cheeky. I'm going to get the Spinosaurus on the way right now. Why not? Live the dream. And the Ceratosaurus, which should, of course, be default colours. Since we're going to try to do quite a lot in the next episode, so we may as well get those started now. And then we have to decide what we want the raptors to look like. Alpine, again, is probably the best bet for the Jurassic Park 3 raptors in that scene. Maybe Alpine and Vivid. I don't know, I'll have a little think about that one. But, this is it, basically. You're not meant to be here, though. You're meant to be over there. Be gone. Leave me. I want a really nice screenshot, right? And then I can Photoshop in a boat at the bottom. It'd be like here, and a bit higher. Okay, well, it's not. I mean, there's planes in the sky. We should wait. Helicopters, whatever you want to call them. You're all eating over there, which sucks. But this Brachiosaurus is at least by the river, which is really nice. Stego's on the way down. Maybe I can just like put the boat there. Yeah, no, there's really not much to it. I don't know what else to tell you guys. There's not much to this one. It is a bunch of dinosaurs. But it's nice to have this like really varied selection of herbivores, I think. That's quite a nice thing to have. So we'll run down to the river to drink. I just wish there was a better way to keep them... What I really want is like lures and stuff like that so we can keep them in a position that I'm more happy with. I think we might move the feeders all into the middle. And then maybe just have a little gaggle of trees. Not necessarily what it would look like, but... need to do something. Yeah, I think that's okay. There we go. Right, imagine you're on a boat. You see some dinosaurs. We're going to end that. So next episode, yes, we will do the Spinosaurus, we'll do the Ceratosaurus, we'll do all the raptors. Alright folks, I've changed my mind. I think this is going to be such a short video post-editing that we're going to just go ahead and stick in the Ceratosaurus and the Spinosaurus right now. So, Ceratosaurus, pop him out. Wasting no time at all, shoot him in the face, good stuff. So, I don't really get a good feeling for what this scene should look like. They see the Ceratosaurus and then there's quite a lot of time after that. It's quite a small area though. Like some time definitely passes between the Ceratosaurus and the Spinosaurus. We're going to turn... Heavy storms are on. How are they on? How is this heavy storms? It's been beautiful for ages. Anyways, I think because I kind of want to use this area over here, we're just going to have the river go down here. It doesn't make that much sense, but it's going to be something like this. I mean, there's no reason this couldn't be what it looks like, as far as I'm concerned. And then it'll end up over here, and that's when we'll do the raptors in the next episode. I just think there was too much downtime. So we're going to go ahead and put a building over here that we're really hoping gets ruined by the storms. Now, in the film, it looks kind of like a crane, right? So, what's the closest we can get to a crane? It's either the storm station, or it could be the ranger station. I think more like a tower makes sense, though. So it's probably a storm defense station or a viewing platform. I'm not really sure, but probably the storm defense. Yeah, we'll go storm defense. I think that's probably the best bet. It's a shame there's nothing a little bit closer, but the storm defense stations look pretty cool anyway. So put that there, and then we're basically going to surround this with water. I think it's worth. I know it's kind of standing on the land. There's nothing I can do about that, but we'll make it as wet as we possibly can. And I think we need something here. We need something that's going to cause the fire in the first place, right? So we'll just kind of surround this with water as much as possible. I think there's a storm on the way. And then they head back down here, and the Spinos, they're fighting the Spino, and then more water here. Oh my lemony Jesus, nope. Let's get that sorted. Yeah, just they come around the bend. That's when they fight the Spino. Kirby's hanging off here. Ah, falls into water. Ah, there's fire everywhere. Ah, it pops up over here. Somehow, there's another scene I want to comment on. They're like, Kirby drops from over here, right? And they're looking over and they're all terrified. And they're miles away. They're really far away. They're looking like about this distance. And then they turn around and he's right there. It's nonsense. It's utter nonsense. Again, done for some cinematic effect, but not any form of logic. Right, we also need to do something else, folks. We need to make it nighttime. And dark and spooky. I mean, to give ourselves... I'm gonna lightly, very lightly, separate the Spinosaurus and the Ceratosaurus. I don't really want to put a fence in the river for obvious reasons. So we're just gonna put the Ceratosaurus in here and hope that it stays here because this is where the feeder will be, basically. I really want to get the Spinosaurus in when it's still stormy, so let's get moving. Come on! Come on, come on! At the very least, I need a screenshot of it looking wet and spooky at nighttime. Wet and spooky at nighttime. Oh, that's my club name. Depth of field. Beautiful. Oh, look at that, that's amazing. Let's get them moving, folks. Let's get them moving. I love that the radio crackles and goes all staticky when that happens. Right, and we're going to hide the feeder. Oh. There. So sort of behind us. So the Spinos should hang around the tower. I'm really hoping this tower gets hit by the storm. I'm really, really hopeful that's what's going to happen. I strongly suspect not. I don't think I'm that lucky, but that would be very cool. Let's try to keep these relatively together, I think. At the end of the day, I don't think we're going to do a tour for this one because it's a lot that I'd have to go back and do again. It's annoying, but... Come on, baby. You're going in the right direction, sort of. Just need to turn to the right. Turn, well, no, not really to the right anymore, is it? Bah! There's even a dinosaur in here. There's a Spino there. I can't see what I'm doing. I'm just chucking out fence and hoping I hit the right way. You know, hitting this area over here, that'd be pretty cool as well. We should deactivate all these. You've done nothing. All you've done is hit the fence. You utterly useless son of a gun. All it did was hit the fence. Not a single building took damage there. Grumble, grumble, grumble. And the big one would have been the storm defense station. What am I doing? There's a fence here somewhere. There we go. Look at it. It's beautifully blocked off. Yeah, we should really turn all these off. I don't really think of that. It's supposed we haven't played at night time, so that would do it. Does that actually make a difference? Oh, I don't know. Get all these off. Get them all off. Well, it's a shame that the storm has stopped. We'll have to deactivate this as well. Spino, buddy, if you could walk into the water, that would help me out. Yeah, I'm glad that I didn't wait till the next episode to do this, because this is really nothing. It takes no time. There's nothing else we can really do. I think we maybe want some trees on this middle bit. Get a nice big brush. And then that's basically where the river is going to end, in there. It has that feeling, that kind of closed-in rainforest kind of river expedition, which is definitely what I wanted. I just wish the water was deeper. Just a little bit deeper. I want to see that sail gliding through deep water. And of course I do. That'd be awesome. Can you at least go stand in the water, please? Because then I can do some Photoshop work and I can make it look like you're underwater. At the moment, you're making my life very difficult. Get a good shot of the tower in the background, actually. Where's this most lit up? On this side. That's what we want. The water looks great, at the very least. It really does. I just want deeper water, you know? It's pretty cool. Yeah, I love that. I love how that looks. And you go around here. More trees! Okay. Around here. More trees! Everywhere there's land, there will be trees. Other than here, because this is... I think this is actually a little bit too big for Feces Town. That's more like it, probably. And a little bit here as well. That's probably more about the right size, I'd say. And you keep going. More trees! More trees. You come around and then BAM! Spino fight time. Where the Spino is? Nobody knows. Oh, he's over here. Oh, apparently this links in with the... Huh, I didn't consider this bit over here on the right. Huh. Might have to do something about that. He's just basically standing everywhere I don't want him to stand. It's a big old pain in the butt. But he looks very cool. Let him off. Okay, right, now we're going to end it there. Thank you for joining me. Cheers much as always. Bye-bye. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help support me a little bit more, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. There's a link in the description down below. Every little really does help in times like these, but it's not at all expected, and by just watching the video you've already helped me out massively, and it makes you a pretty cool person, so well done you. Thanks for joining me either way, I'll see you next time.